Okay, we got another exercise. It's meeting rooms 2. It's pretty popular here. When you scroll down to the companies, like a lot of companies that are asked that question in 6 months ago, a period of 6 months. So the objective is given an array of meetings time intervals, where interval I is equal to start of I. So that's the first thing is starting time, and the second thing is ending time. Return the minimum number of conference room required. So which means that when there are overlapping meetings, and we need to increment the rooms. So if there are 50 overlapping rooms, we're gonna have 50 overlapping meetings, we're gonna have 50 rooms required at least. So what we're gonna do, so first we're gonna do the splitting of those starting and endings, so we can have a sequential array of startings, a sequential array of endings. So we can iterate through rooms, like adding the rooms when there is a starting next to each other, like one starting next to another starting, and we're gonna iterate increment those rooms until we're gonna hit the end, the first end, and then we stop going to be incrementing. And so maybe let's start coding. So we're gonna have the starts here with the new end of intervals length, and also there are going to be the ends because they are the same. Okay, and now we need to sort those starts, and as well as sort those ends. And now we got the sequential starts and sequential ends, but not to forget, it's going to just need to add something to those arrays. Intervals of lambda I plus plus and intervals, okay. And starts of I is equal to intervals of I and 0, and let's go with the 1 here, and it's going to be also that one. So we got the ends here and the starts here, and now we are sorting those ends and starts. And now the juicy part of it in I, and they're going to be intervals that will end and I plus plus. And now we need to check something, and probably need to introduce a variable rooms to keep track of the rooms. So let's do the rooms, and what do we want to increment the room? So first of all, we need to check if there's a start that is next to each other. So there's no end that we have. There's no end that is between the starts. So. So first of all, we need to go with the starts of I is less than ends of, and what's the index here? So we need to increment the index of the ending. So and I going to be some kind of an iterator that is going to iterate through the ends array. And if if the starts of I, so iterating through all the starts, is going to be less than ends of I, then we're going to increment the rooms, right? Because there is a sequential starts right here, right? That there's we're keep having those sequential rooms in each other. Okay, so let's go with another, and then there's a tricky part. Because we can just increment the I. So you can notice that we can do some kind of a temporal variable that it could going to be incrementing those rooms and keep it like a current max rooms. And there we can do like a max rooms right here and keep track of a current rooms like sequential rooms. And if we're gonna hit there's going to be more rooms than the current max room, then we can just increment those max rooms. And this is equivalent to doing that one. So whenever we're going to have a ending, whenever we're going to have a ending that is more than the current start of I, we're just going to be leaving that rooms. That is equivalent to just decreasing it. So that should work, and that's going to work. So let's go with the rooms. We'll just return the rooms, and let's start with that one. And it seems to be working. Okay, and that's nice and dandy. Thank you. Like, subscribe. Yeah, you know.